YouTube script, better than walking, the 3 exercises that gave strength to my legs at 63. Hello. Before we start our video today, I want to ask you a sincere question. Have you ever felt your legs weaken when climbing a simple staircase? Or perhaps you've noticed that you need more support to get up from a chair. At 63, I discovered that I was losing strength in my legs. And it's not just about not being able to do the same things as before. It's about independence that begins to slip through your fingers. It's about the fear of falling. It's about seeing your mobility diminishing day by day without knowing what to do. The good news? I managed to reverse this situation with 3 specific exercises that are much more efficient than simply walking. And today I'm going to share exactly what worked for me. Most people ignore these signs until it's too late, but you're here, and that already makes all the difference. Tip 1. Enhanced sit and stand exercise. The first tip seems simple, but it has a secret that almost nobody uses. I'm talking about the sit and stand exercise, but with a technique that amplifies your results. What many people don't know is that the way you sit down and stand up makes all the difference in strengthening your quadriceps, those large muscles in the front of your thigh that are essential for your stability. Here's the crucial point. You need to slow down the sitting movement. Count to 3 as you slowly lower yourself to the chair. It's in this eccentric phase, as we call it in physical therapy, that the greatest strengthening occurs. Now, when standing up, keep your feet firmly on the ground, slightly apart at hip width, and focus on pushing your weight through your heels, not the balls of your feet. This activates the right muscles much more and reduces pressure on your knees. Start with 5 repetitions per day and gradually increase until you reach 3 sets of 10. For those who already have more strength, you can add a challenge. Hold for 3 seconds when you're halfway down to sitting. This exercise alone can transform your mobility in a matter of weeks because it strengthens exactly the muscles you use to climb stairs, get out of bed or off the couch. Essential everyday movements. Did you like this tip? The next one can change the way you walk every day. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our exclusive videos with tips to keep your legs strong and your body moving. Tip 2. The balance training that saved my joints. The second tip is something I discovered almost by accident, but it became an essential part of my routine. Many doctors recommend balance exercises, but few explain the correct technique that really strengthens the legs. The exercise is what I call the growing tree. You start supported on both feet, then transfer your weight to just one leg, lifting the other a few centimeters off the ground. The secret is in how you position your center of gravity. Most people concentrate their weight in the middle of the foot, but this is a mistake. The correct way is to distribute your weight evenly between the base of your big toe, little toe, and heel, forming a natural tripod. As you gain confidence, increase the challenge by lifting your knee a little higher and holding the position longer. Initially, stay for 10 seconds on each leg. Over time, reach 30 seconds. The most impressive thing. This exercise not only improves your balance, it strengthens deep, stabilizing muscles that most exercises do not reach. These are the muscles that prevent falls and protect your joints. A variation I love. Try closing your eyes when you're feeling secure. This intensifies the work of the brain and muscles to maintain balance, accelerating your results. Tip 3. The dynamic stretching technique that revolutionized my mobility. The third tip goes against what many of us have learned about stretching. Instead of staying still in one position, dynamic stretching brings much greater benefits for those who want to improve mobility after 60. Let's talk about the best exercise in this category, the controlled pendulum swing. Standing, support yourself lightly on a stable surface like a table or firm chair. Now, swing one leg forward and backward like a pendulum, keeping it straight. The secret, I discovered, is to do this movement at 3 different speeds. Start slow for 30 seconds, then medium for another 30, and finally a little faster for another 30 seconds. This progression of speeds awakens different types of receptors in the joints and muscles, improving not only flexibility, but also the communication between your brain and your legs. After a week of doing this daily, I noticed an impressive difference when climbing stairs. My knees seem more oiled, without that feeling of stiffness I used to feel in the morning. Have you ever felt something similar? Comment below yes or no, so I know what kind of content you need to see more of here. Tip 4. The progressive resistance exercise that changed everything. The 4th tip is possibly the most powerful of all, but it's often ignored by those over 60. I'm talking about adding progressive resistance to exercises. When I started losing strength in my legs, I thought I just needed to walk more. That's when I discovered that without resistance, our muscles continue to weaken, even if we do light exercises every day. The exercise that revolutionized my strength is simple: the wall slide. Support your back against a wall and slide down until your knees are bent at a 45-degree angle, as if you were sitting in an invisible chair. At first, I could only hold it for 10 seconds. It was frustrating. But I discovered that the secret is not how long you can hold it, but the consistency with which you increase that time. Every 2 days, I tried to stay 2 seconds longer in the position. In a month, I was already holding it for 45 seconds. In 2 months, a full minute. The transformation in the strength of my legs was surprising. For those who already have more strength, I suggest adding small movements. Go up and down a few centimeters while maintaining the basic position. This intensifies the muscle work and accelerates results. If this tip surprised you, imagine what's still to come. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos with practical solutions for your mobility and well-being. Tip 5. The forgotten detail that enhances all exercises. The 5th and final tip is that detail that almost no one mentions, but that makes an extraordinary difference in results. I'm talking about correct breathing during exercises. When I discovered this secret, my results practically doubled. You see, most of us breathe incorrectly during physical effort. We hold our breath or breathe shallowly. This is one of those details that almost nobody pays attention to, but those who understand it change everything. For each of the exercises I've shared, there is an ideal breathing pattern. In the sit and stand exercise, for example, take a deep breath before you start to descend and exhale slowly as you stand up. In the balance exercise, maintain slow and steady breathing. 4 seconds to inhale, 4 seconds to exhale. This calms the nervous system and improves your stability. For the wall slide, the technique is different. Breathe in normally, and during exhalation, try to slightly engage your abdomen as if you were pulling your navel toward your spine. This activates your core and protects your back. What happened when I started applying these breathing techniques was surprising. Less fatigue, more endurance, and much faster results. Many professionals focus so much on movements that they forget this essential element. It's like trying to drive a car with the parking brake on. You may be able to move, but never with maximum efficiency. Another important observation: pay attention to how you breathe in your daily life. Many of us have developed the habit of breathing through the chest shallowly. Try practicing diaphragmatic breathing several times a day, even outside of exercises. Conclusion: the 3-week plan that transformed my legs. Now that I've shared these 5 powerful tips, I want to tell you how I organized my routine to maximize results. It all started with a 3-week commitment. It's the minimum time needed to start seeing real changes. In the first week, I focused on learning the correct technique for each exercise without worrying about quantity. Quality always comes before quantity, especially after 60. In the second week, I established an exercise routine on alternate days, 3 times a week, dedicating only 15 minutes per day. It's surprising how this time is enough when you do the right exercises. In the 3rd week, I started gradually increasing the intensity. More repetitions, more holding time, more focus on proper breathing. The result: at the end of these 3 weeks, I could already climb up and down stairs without holding onto the railing. I could get up from the chair without using my hands to push. And most importantly, I regained confidence in my mobility. It's amazing how small changes, applied consistently, can completely transform our quality of life after 60. The feeling of renewed independence and strength is priceless. Staying active and autonomous after 60 is totally possible. If these tips helped you, subscribe to the channel now and turn on the notification bell to continue learning with us. In the next video, I'll reveal the 3 foods that sabotage the strength of your legs. You wouldn't want to miss it.